What's up, ElectroDrive news fans? We're kicking things off with a massive announcement from Hong Kong. Chief Executive John Lee is pushing the city to become a global hub for green technology, and that means big moves for EVs, including battery swapping and recycling initiatives. Plus, get ready for more charging stations and bus operators opening up their facilities. It's a game changer for sustainable transport in the region. And speaking of battery swapping, we're diving deep into NIO's groundbreaking plans. The electric vehicle giant is looking to make a major splash in Hong Kong and Macau, bringing their extensive battery swap network to these new markets. We've got all the details on their expansion strategy and how it fits into their global ambitions, even as they refine their next-generation systems. Next up, we're jetting over to Europe, where Wallbox is powering up Munich Airport. They've just deployed hundreds of their advanced EM4 chargers, creating a massive new charging hub. This is a huge step in the airport's Net Zero 2035 strategy and a testament to how smart infrastructure is paving the way for sustainable travel. Get ready for seamless EV charging on your next flight. Finally, we're analyzing the surging used EV market and what it means for you. Prices are holding steady despite tariffs, and electric vehicle sales are skyrocketing, especially for models under the federal tax credit threshold. We'll break down the hottest models and the economic factors driving this incredible boom. You won't want to miss this analysis. Hit that like button, subscribe to ElectroDrive News, and ring the bell for all the latest updates. Hong Kong powers up EV infrastructure with battery swapping and recycling hub. Get ready for a green revolution in Hong Kong as Chief Executive John Lee officially urges the development of the Special Administrative Region into a demonstration base for green technology. This isn't just talk. Lee announced concrete plans to promote electric vehicle battery swapping technologies and encourage the construction of vital district cooling systems. To supercharge charging infrastructure, 6 new fast charging stations are set to launch, and in a significant move, bus operators will open their electric charging facilities to other vehicles, expanding public access. But the real game changer? Hong Kong is establishing its first large-scale battery recycling facility, slated to begin operations in the first half of 2026. This initiative positions Hong Kong at the forefront of sustainable EV practices. Meanwhile, Shanghai-based EV maker NIO, already a powerhouse with the largest battery swap network in mainland China, is eyeing an expansion into Hong Kong by the fourth quarter, following its successful entry into the Macanese market. This strategic move could see NIO's 3,497 battery swap stations and 27,142 charging stalls making their way to a right-hand drive market. Even with NIO adjusting its 2025 targets for new stations in China to focus on next-generation systems, their global ambitions are clear. The news comes as CATL, the world's leading battery manufacturer, also plans to build 10 battery swap stations in Hong Kong by 2027 through its OGO brand, having already begun construction on its first station there in January. CATL's vision extends to a new energy mobility network across Hong Kong and Southeast Asia, with plans to replicate its European and Chinese expansion models. This surge in battery swapping and recycling infrastructure is already generating buzz, with industry analysts pointing to Hong Kong's potential as a key player in Asia's EV ecosystem. The focus on a circular economy for EV batteries signals a major step towards true sustainability. This is just the beginning of Hong Kong's green transformation. Next, we're heading to Europe, where a major airport is getting a high-tech charging upgrade. Munich Airport electrifies with Wallbox's massive EV charging deployment. Get ready to charge up your travel plans. Munich Airport, a major European aviation hub, is significantly boosting its electric mobility capabilities with the deployment of Wallbox's cutting-edge EM4 chargers. This massive installation features 275 charging ports, all powered by Wallbox's advanced AC charging solution, designed specifically for semi-public and commercial applications. This project is a cornerstone of the airport's ambitious Net Zero 2035 climate strategy, aiming to drastically cut CO2 emissions across its operations. The new charging park, developed in partnership with Munich-based electrical contractor AMBA Operations, a trusted Wallbox partner, will serve the growing number of electric vehicles used by passengers, visitors, and airport staff. The Wallbox EM4 units boast advanced connectivity, a modular design, dynamic load management, and seamless integration into energy management systems, ensuring reliable, efficient, and cost-effective charging. Jost Lammers, CEO of Munich Airport, highlighted the charging park as a crucial step in their sustainability roadmap, stating it links energy generation, mobility, and the power grid, serving as a model for future projects. Jean Ferret, Chief Home and Business Officer at Wallbox, emphasized the collaboration's role in accelerating sustainable mobility in Europe. This significant rollout is being hailed as a major milestone, underscoring the power of public-private partnerships in driving electrification. Experts are watching closely as Munich Airport sets a new benchmark for sustainable transport infrastructure at a global scale. Europe is clearly embracing the EV future. But what's happening on the ground with car sales and pricing? Used EV market surges as prices hold steady despite tariffs. Prepare for a surprising trend in the automotive market. Despite rising tariffs and economic uncertainties, both new and used vehicle prices held remarkably steady in August, while demand hit multi-year highs. The latest CarGurus intelligence report reveals a dynamic landscape where strong buyer motivation is driving sales, especially in the electric vehicle sector. New vehicle prices remain stable, with the average list price at $49,500, showing a slight dip from previous months. While the introduction of 2026 models might push prices up later in the year, the current market offers a window of opportunity. On the used side, demand surged by 5.6% month-over-month, with vehicles spending less time on the lot. The real star, however, is the electric vehicle market. August marked a peak for new EV retail sales in 2025, jumping 19.5% from July and an impressive 61% since January. Notably, used EVs priced under the $25,000 federal tax credit eligibility threshold saw increased buying activity, even as listings declined. Top sellers include the Chevrolet Equinox EV and Honda Prologue for new EVs, while Tesla models, particularly the Model 3, dominate the used market. The impact of tariffs varied, with Mitsubishi seeing the largest price increase and Nissan showing a significant decrease. This surge in EV adoption, particularly among budget-conscious buyers, is a strong indicator of shifting consumer preferences and the growing accessibility of electric transport. Analysts are optimistic that a potential Federal Reserve interest rate cut could further improve financing conditions and stimulate auto sales. This booming EV market is creating new opportunities. Now, let's look at a unique incentive proposal that could accelerate EV adoption. Hawaii's bold proposal, a gasoline displacement incentive to drive EV adoption. Hawaii is exploring a groundbreaking incentive program to electrify its transportation sector and meet its ambitious net zero emissions goal by 2045. Following recent shifts in federal EV policy, the state is considering a gasoline displacement incentive designed to directly reward drivers for switching to electric vehicles based on their fuel consumption. This innovative policy would tie incentives to the amount of annual gasoline consumption a driver displaces by transitioning to an EV. The biggest rewards would go to those who consume the most gasoline, thereby achieving the most significant emissions reductions. The program could potentially be funded in part by carbon cashback initiatives, creating a virtuous cycle of environmental benefit and consumer reward. This approach aims to accelerate EV adoption by directly addressing the financial impact of transitioning away from gasoline-powered vehicles, making it a compelling option for a wider range of consumers. The proposal is gaining traction as a smart, targeted strategy to boost EV uptake, aligning with Hawaii's leadership in sustainable initiatives and its commitment to decarbonizing transportation. This incentive could be a game-changer for EV adoption. But that's all the electrifying news for today. And that's a wrap on today's ElectroDrive news. We saw Hong Kong pushing for EV battery swapping and recycling, Wallbox electrifying Munich Airport, the used EV market surging with prices holding steady, and Hawaii proposing a smart gasoline displacement incentive. Don't forget to smash that like button if you learned something new, subscribe to ElectroDrive News for all your EV updates, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Follow us on all social platforms for more electrifying content. We'll see you in the next one.